Everyone talks about balance, but what if you're not out of balance? What if you are just like me, redirecting that fixer energy from other people back to yourself and it feels like an imbalance? Let's get into it. As humans, we are called to share our stories with others because when we share our stories with others, it reminds each other that we're not alone, right? So I tell my stories here on Choosing to Shine Reflections in hopes that you see yourself reflected back, and the tips and tricks that I share can be of value to you. So, hey friends, this is Lori Michele with Choosing to Shine Echoes. This is Chloe. She cannot get comfortable today. You can get comfortable. So as usual, I like to bring to you guys the things that I am working on in therapy and bring back those little tips and tricks and nuggets that maybe you could use for yourself. And this week has been an imbalance. As I have returned to work full-time, not only full-time, been out of work for about 10 weeks due to a health issue, and I'm feeling much better, so I'm back at work, and I've dove right into all the OT that was available because my pocketbook's hurting a little bit, right? So there's a redirection of, now that I'm an empty nester, to fix things around the house, paint the walls. As I don't know if you've noticed, but the podcast room got flipped and we painted the whole place, got new carpets, and it's really lovely back here. And also that focus of got to make the overtime, but I also want to do my podcast. So this is the first time ever that I've filmed on the same day that I'm going to post it. And I have to tell you, I'm freaking out a little bit, but I'm learning to balance, right? And I heard somebody say, is it really like, or a failure to balance? Is it really a failure to balance, or is it like juggling chainsaws while you're on a unibike, right? You gotta fix this and fix that, and you gotta do that, and you gotta go to work, and you gotta work all the overtime because your pocketbook's hurting, and you gotta spend your time with your pets, and yeah. So I was just talking to my therapist, and I was like, I don't know, like I just feel kind of like out of whack because I don't have all the time that I had, right, to work on Choosing to Shine. And she was just sharing with me that, is it truly an imbalance, or is it just that, you went back to work and you really want to spend more time? I like gutted my whole bathroom, ordered all the pretty new things, designing and picking out tile, and it's been such a joy. But yeah, I'm like, I got to get in there and film, because usually I film like a week or two ahead of time. And yeah, it's literally 5:00. So I will be editing this and posting and making a thumbnail within 3 hours. So this is going to be really short. So I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about that. Just think about reframing that word a little different, right? I feel out of balance. Well, what is it about that makes you feel out of balance? Are you hyper-focusing on a project so something's fell behind? What can you do about that? For me, like the other day, the dishes were kind of piled up because I like to batch cook. So the whole kitchen was dirty. It was dishes piled up everywhere. And I was like, I'm just going to go in there and wash the dishes until I don't want to wash them anymore. Well, I finished them all. But when I said to myself, I have to go in there and finish all those dishes, I'm not going to do it because it feels overwhelming. If I say to myself, I'm going to go in wash the dishes until I don't want to wash the dishes anymore, right? Then I can just stop whenever I want. Then I'm going to do them all anyway. I don't know. Maybe that's just my weird mind, but maybe that'll help. I'm not sure. But I am going to shuffle these reflection cards, and I'm only going to answer one question today because, like I said, I have to get a lot done here. Let me pull up this other camera. Not that it's you guys' fault. I'm just trying to share what's going on, right? There's just a lot going on. But oh my God, it's so pretty. I can't wait to show you guys. I will post a picture in my community page when I get it all done. It's like a wreck in there right now. What's the hardest thing you've ever had to forgive yourself for? Well, I mean, one of the hardest things is being a fixer and putting someone else's needs before my own. I've shared many times I grew up in a dysfunctional household. I was always the one that was running around making sure the baby was changed and fed and the house was taken care of. So, you know, when mom or dad came home, there wasn't like a disruption or an issue with anything. Always having to be the funny one to keep things calm and collected. Don't want anybody's tempers to flare, right? So yeah, being, especially these last couple months for me, being home for the last 2.5 months and focusing truly on just me. I mean, obviously, I talked to you guys last week about my best friend's home burned down. Obviously, I've been there for her and another friend. But really, the majority of my time has just been to work on this passion project, which is Choosing to Shine, and the reflection cards. And yeah, so I think the answer to that question, what's the hardest thing you've ever had to forgive for yourself, is that I've just overgiven. I've overstimulated myself. I've worn out my nervous system. I gave and gave and gave until I couldn't give anymore, and I forgot to light my candle again because I'm in a hurry. I always light a candle to set my own intention that I want to connect with you guys through deep conversations. So yeah, I think I'm just going to keep it really short and easy this week. I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you want me to talk about anything else, if you're struggling with something, relationships, narcissists, people who don't respect your boundaries, anything like that, just let me know. You can even send me a private DM. I'm more than happy to talk about it. As I've gone through all the things probably that you can go through with a dysfunctional family. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for being here each week. And I hope you have a fantastic week. And to all the military folks out there who my goddaughter's husband just got deployed, thank you for your military service. Your service to our country is deeply, deeply appreciated. Love to all.